Ah, let's hope it worked. Hello? Is everyone here? Hold on, hold on. I forgot something. There it is. Welcome in, y'all. Oh my gosh, show's canceled? No. No, I did a lot of bad things. Oh, dang. I ran late and then I went to go eat, which I thought was a good call, but then as soon as I wanted to set it up, I swear, every time that I am slightly late, like I'm like, oh, I have 3 minutes to set up, then the I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. The freaking internet goes out and then nothing connects and then I have to restart my computer and I don't understand why it is. It only happens whenever I'm late. It always works perfectly fine when I set up 30 minutes ahead. So it's not fun. Wait, we can't hear you? Oh no. Wait, y'all can't hear me? Really? Are you sure? Oh, your face is canceled. I was watching YouTube shorts and I got jump scared by your voice. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. Welcome in, Baku, Spooky Doos, it's next, Unimo, Godzilla, Lazy Eggs. Did I miss? And Antonio, there we go. I think that's everyone, hopefully. I can hear you. Yay, I'm heard. Hey, Pep, I'm at a hockey game and they finally did the top for the veteran stand-up. Yo, nice, I don't know what that means, but it sounds fun. Oh, dang. Damn, that pipe was really loud. Holy crap, it's louder than what I think is normally. No, why am I being bonked? You know, I was having to talk myself. I swear, I'm my own tech support, right? And I realized that I get very frustrated whenever it doesn't work. I get frustrated whenever it doesn't work, and so I'm like, oh man, you know, I should have set up earlier. I know this always happens. I should have done better, you know, all that jazz. And so it's funny because there's like two engineers in my brain, right? I don't know if I should call them engineers, but they're like that tech support. They're customer service, right? And one of them's like, it's okay, you know, it's okay to feel this way, you know, you did a bad thing, but it's okay, we're still gonna get through this, you know? And the other one's like, I'm so fucking stupid, damn it. And they're fighting, but they make a great team because I do eventually get everything working, so you know, there's that. Veteran and family stand up to show that anyone can serve. Ah, I did not know that. I didn't know that's what it was called. I know I've experienced that before at Waka. Oh my gosh, but that's dope then. That's cool. I love it. Love it when they do that. I remember. So like, okay, I used to be in ROTC, right? And we did a lot of like, or not a lot. There was only one per year, but still, the fact that it was repeated felt like a lot.
Good
Yay!
Have a lollipop.
Oh my gosh, but they do the Veterans Day Parade, and they would always play that one song. I have no idea what it's called, but it kind of feels like it should be the national anthem, despite, you know, we already have a national anthem, right? But there's one where it's like, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And it says some other stuff, but like, that's the only part that I know, and then right after that it says like another lyric, and then there's a cymbal crash, and that's all I know. Oh man, I'm gonna draw you because I'm bored. Yo, dope, I'm gonna draw you. I don't know what I'm gonna draw. Actually, no, I do know what I'm gonna draw. I just didn't import it. Well, but just had to get in the daily point. Now I gotta go see if I can. Bye, lazy eggs! Be safe! Thank you for the for the added pipes. Oh man, the cleaning crew does not like me, but boy is it fun seeing them. No, I'm joking. I'm the cleaning crew. I have to haul out the pipes. I was gonna say it's fun seeing them haul out the pipes, but it's me, so it's not really that fun. Yeah, I gotta wear steel toes for that. You do not want a metal pipe on your toes. Learn from experience. Not mine, but learn from someone's experience. Ah, my gosh. But yeah, it's Wednesday, so today was supposed to be a chill day, and it did not feel like a chill day. Or it did, but it didn't. It felt like it should have been a chill day, but I did not let it be a chill day. And I don't know if that's good or bad, because I would say, logistically, I enjoyed the day. But, I don't know, the entire day I felt panicked. So, I don't know if I'm really allowed to say I enjoyed the day. Because I felt like I got, not really, I didn't feel like I got a lot done, but I felt like I got things done that's good. Can we go to the void? Yeah, I want to go to the void? Depending on what the next person says, let's see. Cheese. I don't know if that's an answer. I'm looking for a yes or no. Welcome into Ukalism. How are you doing? Hope your day's going well. If not, I hope it gets better. Ukalism, would you like to take a trip to the void? Let's see. Depending on the next ones, yes or no. That will be the ultimate decider for everyone. Oh my gosh. Yes? Alright then, it's a yes. I'm very easily swayed. Let's see if this button works. It should. Okay, we're back. I won't rob them this time. What were you robbing? No, I am missing a couple of vases. A couple of vases are unaccounted for, so... Do you by chance have any new vases in your possession? Just asking for a friend, you know? I'm not mad. Oh my gosh. But let's see. What have I been up to today? The weather's really cold and it gets darker a lot quicker. Also, I've been waking up a lot later, which is not great because I was on a streak for a while where I would naturally wake up around 10 and now I've been starting to go to sleep late. But I mean, it's understandable because, you know, New Year, and so, you know, you're celebrating and all that, and that already, you know, sets back your sleep time. And then I haven't been working as much, which is not great. And then I've been dealing with other things, which is also not great. There is a lot still to do, and every time I think about that, I'm like, let me go do this other task that isn't as important. Not great. Last time I said no out of revenge. Oh my gosh. Who would have thought? Isn't that crazy? Isn't it a weird coincidence that you ended up being like the final save both times? I don't know, that's a weird coincidence. You pulling some strings behind the scenes? Did I miss something? Oh my gosh. I ate macaroni earlier today. My stomach's still settling. I felt all that anxiety. You know, being tech support by yourself is not great because you end up, or at least me, I end up talking to myself and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it'll be okay. No, it won't. Yes, it will. Why does it always break last minute? You know, all that. And it's like, oh, 3 minutes till. Oh, 2 minutes till. Oh God, we're 6 minutes behind, you know. They mustn't know. Man, I'm putting all the pieces together. I should get like one of those, I was gonna say one of those clue boards. I don't know why I said it like that. But like one of those boards where they put like all the pictures and then they put like red yarn to each thing and it's like conspiracy theory. You know, couldn't you see it now? Wouldn't that be great? I could point out all my theories, which, how many theories do I have? I don't think I have a lot of theories.
Stretch!
I'm not very much a theory person. Usually whenever I think something, it's right. And usually all that I think is like, hold on, I'm stretching. Usually all I'm predicting is like what people are gonna say, like, oh, this would be the best approach for that person because they react like this, or they're like tending to do this and that and this and that, and so yeah. This cheese tastes like fridge. I'm much sad. What does fridge taste like? Me and Baku want to know one of those keyboards, you know, the gamer kind. Wait, what about the keyboards? Oh my gosh. Wait, are you talking? No, I don't think. My brain... How do I say this? How do I say this correctly without sounding so weird? But I have no idea, but it's not good. Honestly, okay. This is gonna sound bad. This is gonna sound really bad, but hear me out. Okay, I'm not proud of this, and I don't recommend it. But... is it really okay to say? It's not okay to say this, so don't say it. No, but I want to. It's funny. Alright, I'll tell you anyways. So we had this fridge at one point that would freeze at the bottom, right? It would, well, you know, it was in the freezer section, so it made sense that it froze, but I don't know, it had like a leak or something, and there was like water at the bottom that would freeze. Don't eat that. I tried a little piece of it out of curiosity. Don't do that. Don't do what I did, kids. It's not a great idea. Tasted bad. Tasted bad. So I know what you mean by saying it tastes like fridge. And honestly, I don't know where that taste comes from. But it's not great. It's not good at all. In fact, I would argue it's actually horrible. Listen, man. Listen, don't bonk me. Oh my god. It's... you know, I had to know, and now I know. You know, they say, some people say, I don't know who says it, but I heard someone say before that all knowledge is good knowledge. And I don't know if that's really true, because to some extent, I do believe ignorance is bliss, but... you know, when you do acquire new knowledge, there's usually, like, some way that it can benefit you in the long run.
Boy.
Thank you.
Have a lollipop.
Why, Pep, that's the worst taste in the world. I was curious, and I like eating ice. I wish I could say that wasn't true. You know, funnily enough, right? I don't know if y'all have ever heard this, but, like, they have a saying, or at least I've heard it said a lot, that, like, whenever someone is pregnant, their partner, right? They, like, get symptoms of pregnancy, and so that, like, they usually say like, oh, weird cravings or stuff like that, right? Or they get like really squeamish or stuff like that, right? Basically saying like the two partners can feel the pregnancy, which is really weird, right? And trust me, this is going somewhere. My dad has always told me that whenever my mom was pregnant with me, that he had these like really, really strong cravings for ice and avocado, which is really weird because I do really like ice, but I don't like avocado. So I don't know where the avocado came from, but he had to wake up every morning around like 3, like right before he went, I say right before he went to bed, but he would go to bed because he's like, no, I'm stronger than this. I can do this. And he would try to go to sleep without eating an ice cube, and then he just could not. So he would have to go to the fridge at like 3 in the morning and eat an ice cube, which is really funny because I find myself doing that every now and then. Whenever I get too frustrated, my head like starts to feel really warm, and I'm like, and so I go and eat ice. You know, funnily enough, I don't know, there's like a weird connection there for me, but whenever I was really young, I used to get really, really high fevers, right? To the point where it was like really, really dangerous. But whenever I would get those really high fevers, just one time my mom took me, and she was like, hey, you know, do you want some ice cream? Because I was, you know, having one of those high fevers. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? You know, she said McDonald's ice cream, and I love ice cream. So I got ice cream, and it actually brought down the fever a little bit. And so yeah, it became kind of a tradition whenever I was young. I don't get those high fevers anymore, which is a good thing because I don't think I'd be able to handle it now. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I used to eat ice cream whenever I had a fever because it would help break the fever. Isn't that weird? I don't know if that's like really a medical thing. I never really asked a doctor. I should ask a doctor about that. I should ask a doctor about that. All knowledge is bad knowledge, some people once told me. When I go back to being a brainless creature, same. I did that when I was 5. Ice is a sign of deficiency, which during pregnancy is very likely. Stressful times for both. Yeah, that's true. I know I know at one point I had an iron deficiency. I don't know if I still do. I took my iron pills, but eventually they ran out, and then from there I just like never brought it up again. But yeah, my brother told me that before, and it's just like, how bad is an iron deficiency really? But yeah, I mean, you know, I try and eat everything, and that doesn't just mean like, oh, I eat a lot. No, I eat regular foods with like vegetables in it and stuff, and I feel like my palate has really matured recently. But yeah, I also have like I have trouble with portion sizes. I don't eat like normal portion sizes, which is no bueno. You know, I'm really trying to get over it. My mother ate 2 watermelons a day, medium sized. Two a day? That's still a lot of watermelon. Like, I love watermelon, right? Whenever my dad cuts it open, I love that stuff, especially whenever it was like in the fridge beforehand, so it gets cut and it's cold. Like, I feel like a feral child eating that, right? I love it. I'm all here for watermelon, but two entire ones? I can get like 4 pieces, and then from there I'm like tired. Well, usually I eat them after already eating, so maybe it's that, but I don't know. I just feel like two entire watermelons is a lot. Now, if you had someone to share it with, like, if, I don't know, someone was eating it with her, then it's not as bad. But 2 entire ones? That's a lot, even for the medium ones. Because, like, even the small ones are kind of a lot, you know? That's crazy. Holy crap. And a tube of wasabi. Damn, I didn't even get to the second part. Holy shit. An entire tube? Okay, here's my question. Did she have it all in one go, or was it like little bites at a time? Because little bites at a time, I can understand. But the entire tube, you must be one crazy child. And my question is, how do you feel about both foods? I mean, it makes sense. Kind of like how they put a damp, cool towel on your head with high fevers to bring down temps. Yeah. It felt like that. Because, like, I don't know, my entire body would get cold, and it was like, it's sweet. I'm not as dizzy anymore. You know, it was really weird. Whenever I was sick, or like, okay, even more when I was sick, but whenever I was little, like really, really little. And I say that, but I was like 5, 7, you know, some of the ability to think, because I remember this. But whenever I would think about how, like, just the idea, okay? Just the idea that some things were big and some things were small and the size difference, it would make my head spin. And I don't know why, because that's, like, such a dumb concept, you know? Like, oh, yeah, you know, things have different sizes, whoa! And I felt stupid for it always. But it always made my head hurt. And so, yeah, it was really bad whenever I thought about it while I was in, like, you know, in a fever. Because it would just, like, I don't know, it would trip out my brain. Oh shit, welcome back, dudes. Damn, I didn't even notice the thing. I have it like off to the side, I wasn't paying attention to it. Oh my gosh. To be for real, watermelon is a great way to stay hydrated. It is, it has a lot of water in it. I can still eat a large amount by yourself? Dang. I don't think I've ever met anybody who could do that. I'm gonna need to ask my friends. Yeah, I'm gonna ask my friends about that one. Welcome in, Uzi. How are you doing? Hope your day's going well. If not, I hope it gets better. Oh my gosh. We're just talking about... I don't even know what we're talking about. How did we get to fevers? What did I say? Ice, and then before that, deficiency. No, that was after. What was before ice? Fridge. And then what was before that? Fridge taste. There we go. Look at me connecting the train of thought. It's always a fun exercise to do. You end up in a rabbit hole and you're like, how did I get here? And if you're able to retrace your steps, you know, it feels like a skill in and of itself, because it's really hard to remember all the trips, all the twists and turns that you do. Sorry, Mom was talking to me, so I missed all this. No worries. It was a lot, and yet nothing at all. Not fake, we had to go to the hospital. Cops caught a real Huggy Wuggy Poppy playtime scary. Kate Dora, how's the reactive Skibbity Toilet Rainbow Friend scary at 3 a.m? It all started from icky cheese. Oh yeah, it started from the cheese. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh. Oh, have you ever... I could talk about everything. So this is how it feels from the outside. It is. Oh my gosh. But 2 things on cheese. Love string cheese, but I'm not really a cheese person. Like, I don't really put a lot of cheese on my pastas and stuff. I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of, like, a lot of cheese. Like, I wouldn't call myself a cheese girl, but like, string cheese is good, but that's like mozzarella, which is weird because I don't like eating mozzarella out of the bag, so you would think, right? But no. I like Parmesan Jello, but not really, not a lot of it, because then it I don't know, it tastes funny. But what I was actually going to talk about was Baby Bells, because I've only ever had one. Because I worked for this office at one point, right?
You have been a good boy. Have a lollipop.
There's a lot I could say, but I worked for this I had worked for this office at one point, and we did, like, I don't know, AI stuff, right? And they had, like, this like company-run kitchen, right? And we could grab, like, little snacks. And I was doing, like, an internship there, so, you know, I had, like, free reign of it. Not really. Like, of course I wasn't, like, I don't know, mean or whatever, or rude, and I didn't just go there and go ham, like, oh, that's my grocery store. No, but, like, I would grab a snack every now and then, and they had Baby Bells at one point, and I was like, I've never had one of these, but I saw the commercials for it, and it looked really yummy, because, I don't know, it was cheese, and I don't know, the commercials really make it look yummy. So I'd never eaten one. And, you know, it has the red stuff. You don't eat that. I found that out. I took it back to my desk, and, like, my coworker was there, who was also another intern, and I was like, have you ever had one of these? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh, do you know if by any chance we're supposed to eat the red stuff? And he's like, I don't know, I've never had one. So I was like, well, we'll find out. And so I took a bite of it, and yeah, that's just wax. It's edible wax, though, so you can eat it. It's just not great. It feels like gum, but plastic gum, to where it never dissolves. So yeah, don't eat the red stuff on Baby Bell. Baby Bells are bad to me. I can only eat a bite, or it's a... Yeah, again, not a cheese person. I finished the actual, like, cheese part of it because, you know, I felt obligated to, but I didn't have a good time, so... I ate the red racks until 1 year ago. You would just eat it, and you didn't ever feel that, I don't know, it, like, felt wrong to eat? Because, like, I don't know, for me at least, it feels like a survival instinct thing where I'm just like, this doesn't feel edible. I don't think I should be eating this. And usually, it actually leads me in the right direction. I actually learned to like cheese. How do you learn to like it? I think I accidentally ate that stuff once, the red stuff of the cheese thing. Don't worry. From what I hear, it's actually a very common mistake to make. Because, I mean, to be fair, the commercial does not make it, like, very clear that, like, oh, you know, the red stuff is just packaging, and it doesn't say, you know, like, tear here on the red stuff. So to some extent, I blame the packaging. Because I read a lot of instructions on packaging. It's very important on fireworks too, because that can prevent you from being blown up. So yeah, read your instructions. Yep, that's important. Always important. Survival instinct, you're a strong one. I know, right? Like, my instinct, every mistake I make makes me stronger. Not really, it makes my instinct stronger. Me, physically, not at all. It looks like a cheese. Oh my god. Oh, it does look like a cheese apple, doesn't it? I'd never even considered that. I don't know, Baby Bells are just so satisfying. Like, to look at. They're like pickles. I really, really wanted to like pickles. I don't like pickles though. I don't know. They have a weird taste. The smell of it is good though, and I like the crunch of it. But I don't know. It just doesn't taste good. Sad about that. No, the cheese and the wax. Exactly. They're meant to go together. They just don't know it yet. Oh my gosh. But yeah, with that, I'm late. We're gonna do a short stream today because honestly, I just I have other stuff to get done and I'm late, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna go till 10. Yeah, just regular time. But I started late. It's okay, don't worry about it. Oh my gosh, with that we're gonna be changing over right here. There we go. Whoa, wow, look at this. Why is this here? There we go. There we go. And then I go here and I do this one. There we go. And it should be connected, but it's not. So let me fix that. Nobody panic. Everybody hold hands. We're all okay. Oh my gosh. So, actually, let me hide the screen real quick. I forgot I needed to import something. I was going to do it earlier, but I forgot. I got distracted with cheese and fridge and eating the forbidden ice. But it's not really forbidden. It's just like the recommended don't eat that. Oh, man. Don't eat stuff that you just have a gut feeling you shouldn't eat. It never ends good for me. Alright, where would it be? Here. And there. And then here. Alright, so we have something to do today. And if you were there for the New Year's stream, then you know. And if not, don't worry. Because sometimes I feel like I wasn't at my own streams. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Now we can turn it on. There we go. Look at that. Do you have custom seals? I don't. Wait, that's the reason I buy them. Give them to mom. Nah, like cucumbers more. I usually... That's smart. We're using the wax for stamp. Well, never mind actually. Because I've always wanted to do those like stamp things because I think they're really fancy. But also, like, I don't, because, okay, at first I was like, I could buy a whole bag and then I eat the cheese and then I save the wax to, like, do a wax stream, you know? But I realized, I just had a discussion about this, I don't like cheese, so I would need a place for the cheese to go before I get the wax, you know? Otherwise, it's a waste of the cheese, so scrap that idea, because it was not well thought out. Don't sell them, but I have stuff to do it. Ah, nice, too young to make the house taxes go up. But yeah, I couldn't make it to that. Yeah, no worries, no worries. It was fun, but like, I really do think my VR streams are either cursed or my computer genuinely cannot run it. Because once it gets to like the 3-hour mark, that's whenever it's like, no, it's time to go. It's like the hand cam streams. I can't last more than like 3 hours. Maybe I make it to 4, but past that, like, no. The camera literally cuts itself. Oh my god, Popper family. Make a cheese get together. Oh my god, I have like a fondue dip party or something like that. Okay, let's see. Here's my question. Do we stick with this or do we... Because I know the prompt is all the vases are breaking in the void. So what do we do with this? Actually, I say actually, but there is no actually. I just realized that I needed to put on my glove. Oh my gosh. Even for wax seals is a cheesy idea. Joking. I just really wanted to make a cheesy joke. Valid. Valid. Or find which of your friends would like generous amounts of cheese for themselves. True! Oh my god. That's like, that should be a love language whenever you like call up a specific friend, because y'all have like a, not really codependency, but a little bit of a codependency to where it's like, oh, hey, friend, I have this project that I want to do, but I need this material, but I don't like this thing that you can find the material with. Like, let's say, like, have you ever seen those still statues that people make out of Altoid tins? Where they, like, put resin and they put little fish in it and stuff? It is so dang cute. But maybe you don't like Altoids. I don't really like Altoids. I mean, I don't hate them, but it's not my preferred thing. Like, it would take me about a month to get through a tin of Altoids, and that's just one of them, you know? So maybe you have a friend that loves Altoids. You know, codependency. You just, like, not really barter and trade. It's just they complete a service for you, which is just eating the food. Oh my gosh, it's great. We love friendships like that. That's I don't know if that really counts as codependency. My biology teacher would be very disappointed in me. But it is what it is, right? Oh, man. But no one I hang out with likes cheese is a common thing in my school for some reason. To not like cheese or to like cheese? Because that is weird. I feel like liking cheese is a very common thing. It's actually really strange to, like, or at least for me, that's like, oh, somebody doesn't like cheese. It's like, huh? Like, I always get stuff about, what do you mean you don't like cheese? Cheese is great. I'm like, well, you know, it could be better. If anyone ever talks it to you says, I ate 5 homeless people, it's because I thought they were, what? That's a turn. She's apparently addictive. Give them endless cheese to make them love coming over. Oh my god. It's that thing, positive reinforcement with cheese. They just like associate me with getting cheese. Could you imagine? I've thought about doing that every now and then, but then I realized like I could never live with myself doing that because I already struggle. Realizing like, or just accepting that like, hey, you know, people don't absolutely hate you. In fact, some of them I would even say like you. And it's just that thought, like I can't sleep at night well with that thought in my head. So I don't think I could ever actually, like, even if I did something to where it's like, well, no, they have to like you because, you know, science and you did this, and so now they like you. It's like, are you sure though? Do they really like you, or are they just pretending to like you to be nice? And it's like, oh, well, now that changes everything, you know? Oh my gosh. Gotta find your guy in the chair, the one that knows your secret identity and your wingman. For real, for real. I think everyone needs a friend like that. Vanessa is terrifying. I agree with that. Symbiotic relationship? I think, yeah, that would be... Well, because the thing is with symbiotic relationship, then they, like... So I guess that would be just being a friend? But I don't know if that really counts as lopsided. That's the weirdest sentence I never thought you would say. Wait, which one specifically? And Beat Saber, I'm terrifying. I know, right? Kick them. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. See, I felt it when I drew it in VR, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, you know, it could be better. You know why I feel that way? I just realized it, because it reminds me of one that I already have. The like, oh god, contemplating existence paprika. Yeah, okay. So then we're gonna need to find a new one. Dang it. I say dang it, but I'm like, yay! Because it solves that feeling of like, something's not right, something's not sitting right. Ooh, what if we do... Okay, hear me out. What if there's like a broken vase? This is gonna be very messy, but oh well. It's messier. Hey, it's okay to be messy, so just leave it and get your idea out. Okay. There we go. So like broken vase, right? And then, nah, that's actually too complicated. You know that moment when you're like, hey, you don't have the skills to complete that. How do I... Because I want it to be like you see the corner of the eye glowing. You know what I mean? Kind of like, oh, why did you break that? She's turning now, you know? I don't know how else to to explain that. Oh my gosh. See, that's what I was kind of having not a panic attack about, right? I don't have panic attacks, but I get very anxious, right? And I start thinking like, oh, but I didn't think about this, and I still need to consider that, and I very thoroughly think out a lot of things. And it's okay, or is it laggy for you guys? Let's see. Usually when someone seems to hate you, it's a... Uh-oh. Dropped from... Oh. Oh, okay, now I see where it is. Okay, we're in yellow. Oh, now we're in red. That's worse. Okay, I'll use this chance to catch up with chat. Let's see. When I have those thoughts, I remind myself that I only ever hated 2 people. That means it's incredibly unlikely that my friends hate me. I felt that, actually. I have the same, like, ratio. Yeah, actually, I think it's only been 1 person. I can't... Yeah, no, because, like, the other person, I don't really hate them. It's just like, oh, well, you know, it kind of sucked. I wish they'd apologize. But honestly, Like, that doesn't overpower all the, like, fun times we had, and I feel like it was more of a misunderstanding than it was an actual, like, you know, offense to each other. And so, yeah, I really only hate one person. And that person, the only reason that I hated them was because they were the type of person where, like, they not only drove the conversation, but they never opened it up. Like, at first I thought we were friends, right? And I was like, oh, I love having friends, you know? And then I realized that a majority of our conversations were like only them talking about their thing, right? And whenever I went to get my word in, they would change the subject or continue on with what they were saying, like literally interrupting me. And I was like, wow, okay, that's kind of rude. And I ignored it for a while, like a good couple months. And then I was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna like try a little bit more, and if they continue doing that, then we're gonna step away and not go towards them, right? Because I'm the type that like goes towards my friends and I'm like, hey, you know, let's hang out. But I was like, you know what, let me not do that. And I was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. And rather than talking about it, I am kind of petty. But like petty in the sense to where like I give them opportunities to exhibit different behaviors, and they still continue exhibiting the same behaviors. And so from there, what I decided to do was do the exact same thing that they were doing. So I would talk about all my stuff, and they would of course not pay attention like they usually did. And then whenever they talked about their stuff, I just didn't pay attention to their stuff. And then they stopped coming by me. And honestly, it feels like it kind of solved its own problem. So, you know. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Pep streaming equipment is trying really hard today. Honestly, for real. It's, I don't know, the Wi-Fi like literally kept saying there was no internet, and I had to restart the computer. So it could be there's a lot of people on the internet. Honestly, that's something that I didn't consider. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Pep says shorty, so I'm not short. I accidentally made you look a little short. It's fine, but I'm not short. I'm not. Never had panic attacks, but I sometimes ask if there's anything I'm missing. I think that's normal. Oh no, oh yeah, no, that's a hard person. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's just hard to, like, you know, change that. You know what I mean? Okay, I want to do something about, like, the vases being broken in the void and stuff. How about... No, I don't have skill for that. Let's see. In my brain, I'm just, like, thumbnailing. Let's do thumbnails. You know what? Screw it. I'm taking you along with me. We're doing thumbnails to decide what it actually is going to be. Because I don't know, it's just like I'm not convinced with the one that I have, and that's why I do thumbnails for a lot of the illustrations that I do. Which is not many, or at least ones that y'all see. Oh my gosh, but yes, we're doing thumbnailing then, because I can't decide, and it is what it is. Yeah, I felt really conscious when I heard someone said to, what? To watch every time you say the I word. Yeah, whenever you lead the conversations, it feels awkward. Yeah, and it's really hard because sometimes there are people who are, like, just quiet, but they like hanging around you, and I know that, like, I know I sound, okay, it feels kind of like, oh, are you sure? You know, you talk a lot, Paprika, but you have to understand that the reason that I talk a lot is because if I don't, then we sit here in silence, and it feels really awkward. So, I talk whenever no one else is talking, right? I'm that, I don't know if it's really called an ambivert, but I'm that hidden extrovert, if you will, where it's like I'm an introvert whenever I'm surrounded by extroverts and stuff, or just like regular ambiverts or regular introverts. Usually a lot of other introverts like overshine me, but whenever I'm left alone, that's when I talk. And because, you know, I mean, y'all are here, but y'all won't say anything unless I talk to y'all, so I have to like and I found that I've like been not really rewarded, but kind of rewarded to where it's like, you know, positive feedback loop where whenever I say stuff, then that's whenever y'all respond, and I'm like, oh, well, just, you know, say stuff, it's fine. I hate that advice, not gonna lie. I used to take it that to extremes. I felt that, yeah. It's really hard to, like, balance the conversation. I think the important thing is... And honestly, this is kind of hard to tell in one conversation. I usually use, like, a bunch of conversations to like figure out like, am I talking too much, am I talking too little? And whenever you're close enough friends, right, because the friends that I have now I've had for years, so I think they're kind of used to me occasionally being like, are you doing okay, am I talking too much, am I being annoying? And then being like, no, it's okay, don't worry about it. And yeah, I think it's important to have like clear communication whenever like the people, like it's people that you want to keep around you, you know? If they've exhibited behaviors where it's like, this is one of many issues that I have. I mean, you're perfectly, like, welcome to have that discussion to where it's like, hey, I want to be friends with you for a while, so we need to discuss this. But also, don't be surprised. You know, yeah, if you don't talk We'd spam pipes. Spamming pipes will break everything, as we've learned. That's true. Ambivert is also my vibe, but it takes energy to drive conversation with a few scraps. Yes. No one wants to engage. Yes. I've totally felt that. Let's see. How about this one, that one? But yeah, I feel that. That's why I suck at, like, meeting new people. I mean, not really I suck at it. I do okay with it, but it's a lot more tiring than hanging out with people who you kind of already know. Or not kind of already know, but, like, if I've hung out with them more than a couple times, then, you know, yeah, it's not as bad. But if I haven't, then it's, like, so much more difficult. And I've experienced this, like, every now and then. But it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's something that you can't not encounter in the world, you know? It's so common, because think about how many people there are in the world and how many people you know. I mean, the numbers are nowhere near close usually. Unless you're like a really weird person that like really knows everyone, then that's a different story, and honestly, I kind of admire you for that. But most people don't know that many people, and so it's only natural that we'll encounter people that, you know, we don't know. And the good thing is majority of them we don't really have to get to know that well, and it's really up to us as to how far that relationship really goes. But there's some times where it's like, well, I don't have that close circle of friends, and it's like, well, then you gotta go make one, and that's when it becomes difficult, because the older you get, the harder it is. Yep, because when you're younger, you have that, like, those reoccurring places like school and stuff. And so, you know, sometimes you're able to find people with stuff in common, right? But as you get older, like, those places are like maybe work, maybe a grocery store, but like, who talks to anybody at the grocery store? I don't. So, and it gets really difficult. It's really weird. The good thing is I've like secured my little circle, and I've also gotten used to this, because that's really sad. Why does a lot of stuff that I say sound sad? Am I a sad person, guys? I don't think I am. I say that, but I'm an internet girl, so. Oh my gosh, normally I get close to people, and by proximity, if they also gravitate, then cool beans. I don't know, the natural attraction has helped me to gain strong connections. Like, I rarely do ask someone to be friends, and if they walk away, I let them. I'm an introvert through and through. I disappear for months and sometimes years, depending on how close I am. I felt that. Oh no, I felt that too, especially after the OBS disconnected. You guys are gone. You guys are gone. Oh no. Oh, OBS reconnected. Are you back? Is everything back? Is everything okay? Give me a thumbs up when you're back. Let's see. We'll go to a square. Thumbs up. That's not how you spell thumbs. Thumbs up. That's a thumbs up. And then let me draw a thumbs up, because I think that'll be fun. I've gotten surprisingly decent at drawing thumbs up. I'm gonna say that with confidence. There we go. Thumbs up. Chat delayed. So? Ah, okay. Dang, the internet is really struggling. Dang. Okay, well, at least that gives me an excuse to do a shorter stream. I want to stream for longer, I really do. But, like, I have a lot to think about. Oh, red again! And also, I'm fighting the internet, so, you know, there's that. Because, like, that, if there's too many issues in one stream, I know this stuff is funny to some extent, but if it was, like, really embarrassing. It's like you're giving a presentation and the the projector is falling, and the screen that is projecting on is like wrinkled or something. It's like, oh man, I swear I'm better than this. Oh my gosh. There we go. I think, nope, it's down again. Holy shit. It is really, it's very wonky. It's, shit. Really wonky. There we go. You know, I don't think touch portal is working. Hold on, let me check my phone. I check it because that's where the main connection is. It also probably would help if I had it open. Let's see. Hey, it's connected. Let's see if it does it. It's not connected. It is connected. It's not connected. It disconnected. Now it reconnected. Look. Oh, okay. It did connect. Yay! Okay, good. So it is connected. Good to know. Oh my gosh. Let's see. And for some reason the last picture was changed to a guy kissing a lobster. It's a mess. Wait, what are we talking about? Blame it on winter. I don't know if you get snow, but I'd imagine connection would get iffy either way this way. Ah, yeah, yeah. You know, the sun's gravitational pull is just like, it's messing up my router. Blame it on winter. Giving excuses. Wow, chat is really delayed. Let me count. Yeah, it is pretty delayed. It's not on a super delayed thing, but I think it has to do with like the lack of connection. Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait, what if we have a little hard hat, right? And then you guys also have a little hard hat. Oh my god, this is gonna be so dang cute if I get this right. Bat. And then bat bat. And then the main question is how let's see if I can remember how to do this. I've been gone for over 6 minutes. It's still not loading. Uh-oh. Is it not loading? I don't know why I thought I could reload it for myself. I was like, oh, let me reload that for you. F5. 21 seconds. And I'm at the presentation thing. Ah, oh my gosh. I could. Oh my gosh. Just got it. Yay. Yay! Welcome back, Baku. I think that's what that meant. Sorry if I'm wrong. Or actually, no. There's a Tumblr post that I read that was like a therapist, and it was like, oh, hey. Or somebody went to like a therapy appointment, and they were like, yeah, my therapist said not to say sorry anymore because it makes you think that you're a burden. Instead, you should say, thank you for, and then, you know, fill in whatever they did. So thank you for sticking with me, regardless of the really, well, I don't want to jinx it now, but the unique connection. That's what I'll say. I'll use like teacher talk. Yeah, you're not annoying, student. You're just ahead of your time. Man. Those comments. I don't think I ever got those comments, did I? Sometimes I feel like I'm too whatchamacallit. Like I don't pay attention enough that that maybe I did get them, but I didn't notice. I know my teachers hated the fact that I talked a lot. Or mainly like, well, okay, that happened a lot whenever I was younger. And whenever you're younger, I mean, my teacher at least was very blunt with me. Unique is right. My therapist gave up on me saying sorry. This is fine. This is fun despite the scuff. Oh, okay, I'm glad. Yeah, I always worry that I'll be boring and full of scuff. Which is like a not fun combination. And you know, this is kind of like a funny thing to me, but I've heard people call me relaxing, which is great. You know, I enjoy that because it's like, yay, you know, I love it when I'm relaxing, you know, because then it's like a nice little break from everything, you know, and that's great. But also sometimes I feel like I'm not relaxing, like, oh, am I making too many jokes? What if I'm like the opposite of relaxing? But that's like my thing. But here's the thing, right? And here's life advice with Paprika, right? Oh my god, I should make a scene for that. That would be funny. But life advice with Paprika. You are not restricted to one thing because we are people. We are a lot of things. Very complex. And so when you feel like you have a thing, don't put your entire existence to that because that's not how people work. A plumber who is really good at plumbing can also really be good at cooking. I don't know if those are the best combinations because, you know, plumbing and cooking, it just feels like the two opposite sides of sanitation. But when you don't think about it too much, you know, people are multifaceted. And so always remember that. See, I'm able to give advice like that, but then I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, I'm not a good enough person. So, you know, there's that. You have a perfect balance between calming and not calm. Too much calm and we'd all be asleep all the time. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Money investment into the, I was about to say headset. What's it called? Helmet. There's another word for it. What's the word? Hard hat. There it goes. You know, you think you would remember it a lot more because it's like a pretty easy word. You know, hard hat. It's a hat. It's hard. Seems pretty straightforward, but still forget it. In my defense, who names a hat a hard hat? I'll tell you who. Someone who felt the hat and they were like, that's a hard hat. Oh, dang. Anyways. Anyway. I think these jokes are funny sometimes, but I don't even know if I'd really call them jokes. Maybe, how do we... I need to look up a picture of a running four-legged animal. We love those derpy moments. Never think you have to be something for your community. Just be yourself and be happy. Will do, will do. I'll do that and hope for the best. Yeah, because I think that's the only way to do it. Like, I don't know much about running a community or anything, right? I don't know much about a lot of things, honestly. But yeah, I feel like if you present a person that's not you, and then you plan to do it in like for a long time, then it's gonna get kind of hard at some point, because you're gonna find a lot of discrepancies between what you think and how you act. And it's not a fun time, because then you question like, what am I? And trust me, that question is never easy. I took a philosophy class, and that stuff makes me think sometimes. But luckily, I've gotten used to just pushing that down and not thinking about it too much. Sometimes it's okay to set the hard things to think about on a shelf. Just don't leave it there to marinate if it's something really important. What was I gonna look up? Oh yeah. There we go. Right there. Hard hat, you got us. That's right, your community. Let's go. Let's see. I used to play a character all the time and it led to major identity crisis. Fixed now though. That's good, that's good. Push ground chicken out a PVC pipe, cook it in a toilet bowl, grill cook it in what? Just hit the art made in the server if anyone wants to look at it. Yo, bet. I'm a Schumer? What's a Schumer? I don't think I've ever heard that. Ah, I found a picture. Can't we Ben use it for that? Well, now I'm even more curious. What is a schooner? Bum 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 bum. Two. Bum 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 bum. What's a schooner? I feel like it's something related to trains, but I have reason to believe that it's not. Right there, maybe? Well, that just looks like big, big steps, not really run. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, made it up. It's fake? How dare you? I was gonna say, do you know how gullible I am? Oh my god. Room now look very close in the corner where chat. Dude's it panicking. I don't know what will happen if you Google random word. Oh, in the art? Okay, let me check it out. I don't actually have FOMO, but if I did, y'all would be the ones giving it to me. Let's see. Art. There it is. Scroll down. Aw, look at that. That's so dang cute. Oh, I love it. Oh my god, I love it. There we go. Alright, focus. What was I focusing on? I don't know. Ooh, his name is blurred. Is it? I can't actually see that well. How did they say? I remember there was... I don't want to touch anything, actually. There was this video that I saw where it's like, don't you just wish you could zoom in on OBS? Well, here's how to do it. And I don't remember how they said to do it, so... We're not gonna be zooming in, so I can't see. But let me know if it is actually blurred. Because then, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do if it actually was blurred, but... So cute, thank you. I tried to imagine what a chef and plumber would be. Ah, okay. I gotcha. I had a friend one time who was like, oh my god, that's like the war between sharks and... I forgot how she said it, right? But she said like something like, oh yeah, you know, big cheese and sharks or something like that of 1974, and I thought it was some type of cultural reference, so of course I googled it. And she, you know, thought I was kind of lying. As in, like, she thought She thought, like, no way someone would actually Google it, right? Because it's something that sounds very made up. And it does. But also, there's a lot of things in culture that sound very made up. Like, what's up, dog? You know? Like, you genuinely question, what is up, dog? And it's just, nothing much. What's up with you, you know? So I thought it was like a cultural thing. So I Googled it anyways, and then I was like, I don't get it. And I actually did pull up like some type of Wikipedia article that talked about some type of mafia and like the big cheese or something like that. That's all I remember. And she was like, I don't know what you're looking at, but that was a joke. Like, that's not an actual thing. I was just joking. I was like, dude. So, like, I don't think I'm super gullible, right? Like, I've never fallen for any of those scams where it's like, send me $100. You know, actually, the other day I was going through my spam mail and I found this one email that was like, because, like, I like going through spam mail because I think it's funny, you know? Some of the scams that happen, it's like, well, you really thought, like, that was it? Like, oh, dang, I got lucky this time. Like, come on, man, have a little more self-awareness. But there was one where it's like, yeah, so there was this really, really rich guy, and he died with his, like, wife and his child, and so now he doesn't have an heir, but I saw that he actually died, and he was from the same country as you, and, like, listen, I'm not, I'm not like, oh, I'm super patriotic, eagle sound, you know? I'm not like that, but, like, the US is pretty big, and they were like, oh, because he's from the same country as you, I figured, like, we can sign you up to be the person in his inheritance because he didn't leave behind a will, and you have all his money. And I'm like, that, who would believe this? And the thing is, there's a chance that someone in the world would believe it. And that's the sad part, you know, that makes me feel bad because it's like, oh, who would believe this? And of course someone would, and then I feel bad. But it's just crazy. Oh, man. They blurred my name on the front. Oh, okay. Like a curse. I was reading a book while holding the pig. Not the big cheese. You're very curious, passionate, is genuinely characteristic. I like. We get to learn so much in a good paprika stream. But then if I word something wrong, you end up Googling streamer. God knows where that might lead. Sad people who need money. Me. I am the one. I felt that though. I'd like to believe that someday some like weird thing will happen where it's like, oh yeah, actually, you know, felt like something that was, oh, that reminds me. I don't know if I've told you this before. Don't bonk me. I swear I haven't fallen for any scams that I know of. So, yet. They have to be really convincing scams for me. But there was this one time where there was this job that I saw, right? And they were like, yeah, you know, basically we teach you how to do this job, and then you do it and we pay you like this amount. And I was like, yeah, that seems like it's right. And so I figured it would be like one of those, like kind of it was kind of like a laser engraver jobs, right? So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So I applied for it. And then, oh dang, I forgot that I had the echo thing, so it tripped me out. It scared me. Oh my gosh. But I applied for it, and then they immediately sent me like a, hey, okay, you know, like come in for an interview at this address. And so I thought it was going to be like in a store or something, you know, they would immediately train me or something. That would make sense to me, right? But what ended up happening is they sent me an address and a Craigslist listing. Like, I don't think I'll survive if I actually go to this interview. So I didn't go to the interview, and they contacted me like a couple of times, not really like a phone call, but they just like would send me messages on Indeed, and they were like, hey, you know, dang it, is it loading again? Oh man, it says it's green. There we go. That, you know, Pep, you should buy some Google gift cards, not the Google gift cards. When people try to get others to Google a waffle. Oh, not the waffle. OMG, for your stream, I'm so glad you streamed today. Welcome in, Julissa. Thank you. I'm glad that you're glad that I'm streaming today. That genuinely makes me glad. Like comments like that where it's like, oh, it makes me happy. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So I didn't go out. You're cutting in and out for me. That is no bueno. Try reloading. It says it's green, so hopefully it's okay. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I didn't go to the interview, and they contacted me more than a couple times on Indeed where it's like, hey, you know, just, you know, give us a call so that we can schedule the exact time for your like interview thing. But it never felt like it was a person. It was just like a block text of very clearly like pre-written things. And so like I didn't go for it. Do I feel like maybe there was a job there that I missed out on that was kind of weird? I mean, a little bit, but also I would much rather not have a job and be alive than like not have a job and be dead, you know? Like, that's something that I'm not willing to risk. Willing to risk. There it is. Let's see. Yeah, I was thinking about it and I was like, the only way that I would ever go for that interview is if one of my friends came with me. And not as in we both enter the house, as in they wait in the car, and if they don't see me for 30 minutes and give me a call and I don't answer my phone, then they call the police. That's what I was considering. Alright, if you're loading for a long time and then went back automatically. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's really hard to tell sometimes because I don't even notice it sometimes. They made it like so much smaller, I feel. Actually, no, it's the same size from the last OBS update because I finally updated my OBS because I backed up my scenes like a good streamer because I was really lazy and didn't do it for a while and almost had a scare that like, oh, I think I lost all my scenes. And so, yeah, that always makes me back up my stuff. I shouldn't say that. But I don't back up a lot of things because I am not very responsible. In the sense of like, if it was a really big project, like my final project, I would back up. Not very often. I would do it like every time I was working. Every time I was working, like after every work day, you know, I'd work on it for a day. And then once that was done, then then I would back it up, which is not a great like habit to have, you know? Because if anything happens after 3 hours of working, then your work is gone. So yeah, don't do that. Back up your work. And I say this from like one person who doesn't like do it to another. It's just so much easier to do it. Willing to whisk is also an acceptable thing. I don't know if it really is unless you're like a baker or, you know, whisking something. Like with a whisk. Well, now it sounds funny. Now it sounds like I'm actually doing it on, like, you know, saying it for like, haha, look, I'm saying a W instead of an R. But no, I'm talking about whisk the utensil. Very different things. And I'm a very serious person. Yes, very serious maned wolf right here. Everyone has known me for how serious I am. They're like, ah, paprika? That's a pretty serious maned wolf. Yep, that's the #1 thing that people note for me. Right, guys? I'm so dang serious. #1 person for serious. Oh my gosh. You know what that reminds me of? Any of y'all ever been approached to go to an MLM sales pitch? No, actually, and I'm glad I haven't because, like, I've heard different, not tales, but stories of it. And it's like, I feel like I may... Actually, no, I don't think I would. I have that habit of, like, if people approach me randomly on the street, it feels like those Twitter DMs where it's like, they send you, like, hey, how you doing? Or how are you? And stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know you. Why are you asking about my day? Like, that feels like a friend thing, you know? And I don't know who you are. You're just making me nervous. You're not trying to kidnap me, are you? You know? And so I like, very quickly exit stuff. And also, like, I feel mean, right? But, like, whenever I go to the zoo and stuff like that, and they have those people who have to sell... They have to try to sell, like, a photo of the people, you know, they're standing by the gates with the cameras and they take your photo and they're like, oh, how would you like to buy it? You know, some of them are really pushy to where they're like, come on, pose for the camera. But the only easy way to get out of talking with them is to just keep walking. And yeah, I feel like a bit of an asshole, but you know what's even more of an asshole thing? To like be like, no, I don't want your stinky photo, blah 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 blah, you know, like that's really mean. So I would just rather like avoid confrontation, because what if they like actually try and convince me to buy a $40 photo? Come on, man, I'm not spending $40 on a photo. I mean, I like photos like everybody else, but not enough for $40, you know? So yeah, I feel bad about it. I feel rude, but I'm not socially obligated to spend $40 on a photo, you know? And so I have to I have to keep telling myself that. And I found that like I'm the only one of my friend group who actually does that. Like everyone else kind of stops, or you know, they get held back a little bit, and I just like continue going. And since we have that kind of like pack mentality where it's like, ah, yeah, there's my, you know, my friend, and they're going, so I guess I gotta go with them too, you know. It helps them. So, you know, I feel cool whenever I do it for them, but also I feel like an asshole. Sell a photo. It's like, I knew it felt strange. I mean, if it's a really damn photo, no, I gotta keep walking. Literally, it's like that. It's like, well, what if this is a really cool photo? Or what if I really, really want a photo of this? got that sketchy feeling as heck. I was with a friend, so you either whisper or whisker. Oh my god. I told my dad, and he introduced me what that pyramid scheme was. Oh! Pack mentality, you mean peer pressure? A little bit, yeah. Yeah, is that the same thing? Hello! Oh my gosh, welcome in, fellas. How are you doing? You're not supposed to stop for them anyways. Yeah, but I still feel bad because, like, I know that if I worked that job, then I would feel kind of sad every time a person walked past me. And I do that thing a lot. I don't know about y'all, but whenever I was growing up, a lot of people would repeat, like, the treat others the way that you want to be treated, you know? And it still rings true in my head. And so that's what I do, you know? I try not to treat people the way that I wouldn't want to be treated. And so that means not talking to people in the elevator. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you know, like, I would like them to give me a chance, but also I guess it's better than having to, like, sell them a photo that they could take on their phone. Like, I get it from a business standpoint, you know, you gotta try and make money, but still, $40 for one photo. Like, I'm not even joking about those prices. Those are legit the price that they will sell you for. Like, oh yeah, you want two, like, 6x11s, regular standard photos that cost you, like, $3 at Walmart? Oh yeah, $35 per photo. Only that size. If you want a different size, the price goes up, even if you want wallet size. That's not true. Wallet size go down to like $20, but still, wallet size photos for $20? Come on. Come on, there's a very better way to do this. And you could argue like, oh, maybe there's a higher quality because Walmart isn't really known for its high quality prints. Then get it printed at Office Depot. Like, it's... I swear, there's better places to get it printed. Go to an actual Photoshop, not Photoshop, but you know, like a printing shop, you know, somewhere with like actual quality guaranteed, you know, because like I guarantee you that those are not like super high-end quality. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Isn't peer pressure unless she likes bullying them into it, to be for real. But the peer pressure is weaponized for good here. Isn't it? Joke's on them. I want to be ignored. The whole treat others the way you want to be treated is such a good method. I got it. What if you sell them something? Barter and trade. Oh my gosh, great idea. Ooh, I've been working on this idea for this year, so I've been drawing every day, and I have one drawing for what? And I have one drawing for the WoW year. I'm 3 days in, and I'm hella excited this month. I'm drawing OCs. Yo, that's dope. I hope it continues and, you know, it goes well. I always have trouble with that streak stuff, so I usually like try and do like a month max for those like streak type things, but hopefully you're able to do it. Yeah. I wish you the best. Oh my gosh. Say you have photo carrying bag carrying things. Oh, that would be funny. Hate those as a person who has to do that for someone, unfortunately. Oh, for real? Sell it to them instead. Someone tried selling me one. I'd honestly just say the truth. I have $5 in pennies, but that's it. Honestly, yeah. They did prepay for it, and the price was not that high. 500 pennies isn't something everyone wants. Oh my gosh, not the bonk. That's the one that comes out a little kid for me collecting them. Hey, you know, $5 is $5, you know, I'm just saying. And honestly, I think you can get those changed out at the bank, but you gotta get one of those, like, you gotta roll them, because, nobody likes county change, so that's what they made those rolls for. You gotta put them in the rolls, and then you take those to the bank, and then from there they can give you actual cash. I think that's how it works. At least that's how I've been told that it works. That, or you can go to the machine to do it, but the machine takes a percent out and also has a flat rate fee. I think the fee is like usually around $2, and then the amount that they take out is 20% or so. And so it's not great whenever you have a lot of money. And honestly, it's not great whenever you have a little bit of money. Honestly, I recommend just putting in the extra work. But if you only have those $5, I wouldn't know what to do, to be honest. I think about it hard, and I'm like, honestly, I don't know. If you only have those $5 in pennies, how are you going to afford the rolls to put them in? You know, and then you got to get to and from the bank, and that might cost money for transportation, like riding the bus. And so that thought made me go like, oh, honestly, I don't have a solution for that. Oh man, in a way, I always say I have no money because it's true. I have money, but not to give. I only bring what I might use for something. That's true, that's true. I'm gonna draw a dog every day in April because that's the month my dog died. It's probably gonna hurt a little, but I think Bella will be happy watching me as a little dog ghosty. Aw, yeah, do it for her. It's like that Simpsons meme. Oh my gosh, but yeah, It feels weird to like try and laugh about it, but you know what they say, if you don't laugh, you cry, so. Oh man. But yeah, I'm pretty sure she would want you to continue doing that. Honestly, is that a discussion that I go into? Oh man, I was thinking like, oh, you know, pets really do. I don't know, it feels like they really do understand what you feel sometimes, because anytime that I feel like panicked and stuff, my cat will always come up to me. And especially whenever I'm loud about it, or if I'm like really, really quiet about it, he'll do the same thing. He'll like, he'll come up to me and he'll like, you know, start meowing at me and he'll get me to pet him. And it does calm me down a little bit, but also it's like, it's really cute, you know, because it's like, oh, he's like worried about me, you know? It's just so sweet. So yeah, pets are amazing. Rip pupper. Alright, well, I gotta go. I'm so glad I'm able to see your stream again. Honestly, you made my day. It's been a rough day, but you really make my day, Paprika. Bye. Bye, Julissa. Thank you. Holy shit. You didn't gotta punch me in the heart before you left, but thank you. Oh, man. I always wonder if I'm not... Oh, man, this is gonna sound so lame. It always seems lame. It always sounds lame whenever other people say it. But I always feel lame, you know? Like, I think about streaming and I'm like, oh, well, I'm not even that funny. I can't even tell a good joke, you know? And not in those, like, weird self-deprecating ways. Like, genuinely, I don't think I'm, like, that funny. Like, I'm kind of funny. I'm funny to myself. But sometimes I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm funny to other people. But it's good to know that I, like, you know, I make an impact that's good. Even without trying. So it's like, whew, that's good. If I forget, when's your birthday? It is May 11th. The 11th of May. 511. Somebody call 911. Da, da, da. Yes, sounds lame. Same. Oh my gosh. A lot of things sound lame. I'm not a feely person. I'm not a feelings person. I can't, like... I have trouble realizing what emotions are. So, yeah. You know what I find funny? What do you find funny, Godzilla? May? Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So there's that one, which I thought would be cute. A fun little illustration of like us running with the pipes and stuff. Or not with, but from. Another one could be like, ooh, a bunch of pipes and stuff. Like, gotta quickly... Something like that, and then you could have like hand up here, and like, oh gosh, there's so many pipes. Why are there so many pipes? There we go. Do. And then how would it be? Oh, I gotta think about anatomy now. No! There we go. Let's see. So I work in about 4 hours, right? So I'm getting a tattoo done right now. Before work? Oh, dang. To go to sleep. Good night, Antonio. Have a good night. Drink your milk, eat your vegetables, don't talk to strangers, or at least try and express judgment. And wear your seatbelt. Bye-bye! You guys, there's no way to do this without Pepsiing, so on her birthday, let's fam praise her. Aw, dang, you'll... I don't know. I don't know if I'll be prepared for that. Oh my gosh, what do you mean you're not feeling you're a silly, fun, doodad computer person, man. AI makes him feel so lifelike nowadays. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I don't know what that means. As in, like, I don't know what I mean by yeah, no. Because it is supposed to mean something. It's supposed to mean no. Yeah, no. But no, yeah. But yeah, no. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh my gosh. But I mean it as in, like, I have trouble, like, realizing, like, oh, you feel sad because this and that. I, like, literally have to, step by step, take myself through the emotion that I'm feeling. So that I'm able to, like, realize, like, oh, you're like, upset because this, and that happened. Or you're overwhelmed because you feel this and you wish that you could solve this, but it's not really your thing to solve. So you just have to watch from the sidelines and stuff like that, you know? How do I... Maybe it'll be funny if y'all are also... Let's do that. Pipe. I gotta prepare myself. Or forget. Honestly, both. Both are reasonable decisions for the birthday thing. Oh my gosh. She's glitching? Oh, am I glitching? Yeah, she will. Wait, what? She'll forget. Oh my god. Even though I've gotten rejected 7 times, most of them weren't on me. Most of them were already in a relationship, straight, or not interested in a relationship. But it's starting to feel like I'm the reason. She's glitching. Am I the reason? Yeah, I am a little bit, honestly. You have to give it a name to fully feel it. Yes. Or to catch up. Yeah, basically, like, cause, how to say it? Sometimes, like, I just, like, make connections to certain things. Like, oh, I'll see a part in a movie, right? And I think, like, oh, like, something that really makes me cry a lot recently is, like, oh, you know, time is passing and we have no real way to grasp, like, time. And so we have to enjoy every moment of it while it passes. But what if, like, how do you know what's the right way to enjoy something, you know? There are some actions where, like, you don't feel like doing it, but you end up doing it and it was like the funnest time ever, and somewhere you feel like doing it but it just like doesn't hit the right spot, you know? So there's no really there's not a way to know what the right decision is. And so when I think that, I think, what if I'm wasting my time, you know? What if I should be doing this instead, or what if I should focus on this? And I can make plans left and right, but then I have trouble not really carrying out those plans. But sometimes in my head, making the plan is the task, and so once I finish that task I move on to the other tasks, and so I don't actually like rewire my brain to think, hey, the plan that you made will continue on into new tasks that you now have to do, you know what I mean? And so like all of that jumbles up, and then I'm like, oh dang, time is passing. And then I look at my family and I'm like, oh, they're getting older too. There will be a day where it's going to be really hard to get, you know, like everyone in the same place and stuff like that. And it's like, oh man, well, how do I know if I'm using this time right? And then that like that moment of like, I don't know, there's no solution for that, because like in actuality there is no solution for that. And so that moment, it always makes me like a little bit like weak, if anything, you know? And I don't know if I really should dissect all of that. I'm not on the verge of tears, by the way. I am struggling to breathe, because if I talk too much then I struggle to breathe. So I don't think I have a lung issue, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did. It could just be the wrong time for you to be in a relationship too. Give yourself time to heal and love yourself. True. Always remember, guys, here's fun relationship advice from the person who is not a relationship person, right? But you're like, when you get into a relationship or when you're seeking a relationship, always remember that relationship should not be like your other half, or like the thing that completes you, right? All that like type of, or some romantics are at least are like, oh yeah, you know, my other half, my perfect final piece, you know, stuff like that. They shouldn't be that for you. They should be a compliment, you know? Like something that brings out the good in you. But it should never be like the thing that finalizes you. Because at the end of the day, you want a relationship with someone that you can stand alongside, not who will help you stand or you will help stand. Because that's codependency. Or not codependency, dependency. Just dependency with no co. And that's never a good relationship. It'll feel fun sometimes. It'll feel nice to have someone rely on you, or for you to always rely on them. But it's just not a good long-term relationship. It's not a good long-term relationship idea, you know? And so y'all really have to be able to stand on your own before you even consider like helping someone else stand, you know? Because if you're drowning in the ocean and you can't swim, if you try and go to help another person, in all the panic, they may end up drowning you. So always make sure, you know, you're in a boat. Your boat, at the very least, doesn't have major leaks. Like, you know, if the boat's going underwater pretty quickly, don't bring someone else on the boat. I don't think that's safe. I mean, maybe a little bit, you know, you could tip the boat over and then hang on to it, and that might help you a little bit. But at the end of the day, your goal is to be on the boat safe. You know what I mean? So, make sure your boat is safe first, and that you are safe before seeking out someone who could help you fix the boat, or you want someone who will help you maybe maintain the boat, if anything. Let's see. Oh, I'm not caught up. Empathy is a hard emotion for me to interpret. It's saying a lot for the fact that I'm a therapist friend and people only talk to me when they have an issue. I felt that. I tend to feel things, but I can separate myself, and as I cry I go, ah, damn it, sorry, let it pass. Same! It feels so awkward. I hate crying. I mean, I don't. Like, I realize it's a nice thing, and after I cry, after I cry I feel better. But in the moment of crying I feel really like weak, and it's like, ah, dang it. Like, my lip trembles a lot whenever I'm about to cry, and I found like after a lot of emotion I tend to cry. if it's good or bad, I cry, and which is weird. I don't peg myself as a crier, but like whenever people are very how do you call it, like tender with me, like they're like, hey, are you okay, and they check in on me, that moment like it makes my lip quiver real fucking quick, and I'm like, ah, shit, and you know, I'll start like kind of crying. And I remember recently I kind of cried in front of my mom, and she was like, are you okay, you know, are you feeling okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just, there was just a lot, because like I wasn't hurt. I wasn't like really upset about something. I mean, I was upset, but it wasn't something that like really had a fixable thing. So there wasn't really like a reason to bring it up. And so I was just like, yeah, just give it a moment. So I feel you on that. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh, I'm way behind now. All right, give me a second while I catch up. Let's see. Yeah, it's hard to balance to appreciate family and time and separate it from job. True. Most of the time I accept rejection with open arms. I'd rather be rejected than get half-hearted. Yes, true. It hurts, but I know it's for the best. Yep. I've always had it a personal rule, never sympathy date, or never like, well, you know, let's try it and see how things work out. I need to have like a pre-existing, like, oh, I'm friends with them already before before anything, because like it feels bad. Because could you imagine you fall in love with someone, right, and you love them so dearly, and they agree to date you, so you're like, oh my god, they must like me back, and then, you know, years later they found someone else and they're like, hey, and I've seen this a lot in movies, so this is why I say this. They're like, hey, I've actually fallen in love with this other person. I realized I only did, you know, I was only with you because I didn't really know that I didn't like you until I found this other person. Could you imagine how devastating that would be? And so I never want to do that to another person, because I mean, I don't know how I would recover from that. Again, I come back to like that same thing of like, treat others the way you want to be treated, and I think about that and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to be treated that way. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, Winry from Full Metal said it's best instead of 50%, why not give my 100? And yeah, that's true, you're building a life, you gotta be reliable and vice versa. Let me drive the boat. I don't look for anyone anymore. There's plenty to not only build up on myself, but also learn to sustain until the time comes. Same. Something I've also learned is relationships are optional, not necessary. That made me feel nice, because I'm a bad partner. It's easy to forget that. I felt that. Kind of sounds like what Pep said. I'm very delayed, because like, yeah, no worries. I suddenly got afraid because I felt weird. Don't I genuinely feel these things, and I ugly cry inside, and I'm like, it's okay, real. Please calm down, mayday. I need to go sleep now. Have fun, everyone. Bye, Baku. Be safe. Drink your milk, eat your vegetables. Don't talk to a stranger. At least try and use best judgment. And wear your seatbelts. Bye-bye. I sadly did that. I didn't understand the emotions till actually recently. Yeah, I felt that. It's kind of like hard to realize that you don't actually like realize what your emotions are. Because it was only whenever I asked myself, like, well, what am I really feeling, that I was like, well, I don't know. I always just simplified it to like, this makes me really mad. But now I know, like, this makes me really frustrated, or this, like, genuinely makes me angry because, you know, you don't do that, or something like that. Or like, I'm just annoyed because I can't believe they would do that, you know? Or I'm embarrassed because I can't believe I said that, you know, something like that. To where I'm actually able to differentiate the feelings, but that in itself takes time, to where, like, I kind of ruminate on everything that's happened. And then it's like, oh, well, this, like, I feel this way, or actually no, I don't, I'm not just mad, I'm also this, I'm also that, because it makes me think of this, or it makes me realize that, or that means I have to take care of this or that, you know? There's like more things to it than just that. Sorry, I had to like a moment of silence just because I had to, like, oh, where would pipes be? If this was a pile of pipes, where would it be? I'll tell you where it would be in the void. Here we go. Boop, 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 bop, boop, boop, bop, boop. That. There we go. Look at that. That one would be kind of funny. I want to fix this one though. This one kind of looks like y'all are stuck. Not the pipe. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I sadly did that. I didn't understand it. Oh, I already read that one. Love you too. Bye bye. we think we're grown up, and when we're like 19, I'm like, no, I think I had a second awakening after my 26th birthday for dudes. Oddly enough, when school is fully out of my mind and I get to finally think of my life and how the heck to build it. Yeah, I felt that. Yeah, because there's a couple of different phases of life. And like, it really comes from what's your priority at the moment, you know? It's all about perspective, you know? Because whenever you're young, like elementary school age, you think, or your priorities in life are like, you know, family and friends, right? Like, you know, make your mom happy, make your dad happy, or, you know, whoever you care about happy, and, you know, enjoy your time and stuff, and, you know, your friends. And once you get to about high school, then you start thinking about societal norms and stuff and where your place in society is. You know, like, oh, what type of friend am I? You know, what role do I play in the friend group? How do I look to other people? You know, what's it called? Social status, you know, stuff like that. And once you start getting out of school, you start looking at more of your life, or like at least out of high school. You look at your life like, oh, what do I want to achieve with my life, you know? And it's really hard to plan that so early in life because plans will change. Yeah. And this is coming from someone who had like a whole plan out of high school. Like, I mean, not like a full concrete plan, like I will work at this company because I already have a position secured. I wish I did, but but no, I just had like yeah, I want to study this and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do this. And it changes with life. And I've been lucky enough to get opportunities to meet a bunch of different people, to like see how they end up in certain places and stuff. And I've talked to them and I'm like, hey, is this where you thought you'd end up? You know, is this where you had planned to be? And they've never once said yes. And I've been in some like pretty impressive places. Like, of course, not like, oh, I've been in the Pentagon, you know? Nothing too impressive. But like, it's a pretty wide sample of data that I've gotten. And all of it has consistently said that things change as time goes on. And that's like scary to think about, you know? And then as you get older, past that, like right out of high school age, you start worrying about financial stability and like where your life will be in terms of like, you know, not in society, but in relationship wise. Like, will you be with a person? Do you have friends? You know, stuff like that. Your social circle and stuff. And then past that, it's like, are you content? Are you happy with the person you become, or are you becoming the person that you want to be? You know, how far are you from that? Do you even know where you're going? You know, stuff like that. And that stuff, like, it's a lot when you really think about it. And then past that, you get to the point where once you've established, like, are you in a family? Are you not? It's like, are you content with what you are? If not, do you have time to fix that? You know, there can be times where you go down a path because that's what you decided early on, and then once you're like almost done with that path or just halfway through that path, you're like, this isn't doing it, this isn't right. And then you have to like change directions. Like, that's hard. And as you get older, there's just like more things that get in the way of being able to quickly make that decision to just change, you know? So yeah, it's a lot. It's really, really a lot. Oh my gosh. Oddly enough, oh wait. I feel like a lot of my insecurities left after that threshold because as you're attaining you brace for impact that doesn't arrive, you realize life is a lot longer than you thought and have time for. Some stuff isn't optional. Yep. Oh, whoops. There we go. Yeah, from then on it became a whole new world. True. It's a lot. It's like sincerely a lot. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I've definitely had like a couple of friends before. Or no, a couple of moments with friends where we're just kind of like, you know, these thoughts. And it's funny because we've only like recently started having conversations of like, oh, have y'all had the thoughts where it's like, I'm just not sure if my life is headed in the direction that I need to be headed in, or if I'm just like, I mean, to be honest, like being a little delusional, you know? Like, should I stop dreaming or should I keep dreaming? Because, you know, a lot of people say, you know, keep dreaming, go for it, but it's really difficult. And I do understand that, like, it's going to be difficult to get, you know, something that's worth it, right? But also, not everybody is able to catch lightning in a bottle. So, I mean, you know, that works both ways, you know? That means I could be a person who catches lightning in a bottle, but I could also be a person who spends their entire life trying. And there's just no way to know. But what I always end up saying to myself, and this leads me to staying up at night, so do know that you can make decisions and still wonder if you made the right decision. But I would rather be a person who tried consistently to catch lightning in a bottle than to be a person regretting thinking I could have caught lightning in a bottle if only I tried. It's all about just giving the opportunity a chance, because if you don't, then you don't get that opportunity, and then you're the one to blame for that. And I don't like blaming myself for that type of stuff. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, the changes and ideas and the goals. Oof. Some say you want to go to college and learn, you don't want to do it forever. I love when we steer Pep to life advice. It's really nice hearing her opinions. I went to his optional. I don't know why I hit in instead of space. Life advice with Pep is always fun. I'm glad. I like giving life advice, but also I get winded very easily, so I can't give it often. That's not true, actually. I don't know. I get really fired up whenever I think about this type of stuff, you know? Because it's kind of something that's been drilled into my brain. And people like listening whenever I say it, so I'm like, yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I am glad that I was raised the way that I was, because it allows me to truly believe stuff like that, you know? And I don't feel bad whenever I believe this stuff. Yeah. I don't know, it sounds kind of sad the way I say it. But yeah. Okay, there's those two. Those are cute. Let's see, what other way can we do it? I want pipes. You know what I forgot to incorporate? Vases. Yippee! Yippee! I'm the type of person who just lives. I have no opinions, no labels, no goals. I just want to be average and vibing peacefully solo with a friend. It's how I'm happiest. I felt that. Because there are people who... Oh, and the internet cut out. Or not the internet, but the connection cut out.
You have been a good boy.
Thank you.
Have a lollipop.
There we go. We should be back. But when you give advice and you get advice, you should always wonder, like, what does success mean to this person? Because, like, if someone, you know, like, maybe they are studying a different field than me. I don't know much about that field. Maybe they've done a bunch of research and I haven't. So I can't just say facts, like, if, you know, I know it's real when I haven't experienced it or, you know, done my actual research. So you gotta be careful with that. And also, like... I don't know how else to say it, but some people dream big and some people just don't dream that big. And it sounds kind of sad, but like, or it sounds like, you know, the small dreamers are so lame, but no, I can admire the like small dreams too, because I want to get to a place where I'm happy and, you know, I don't have to regret choices that I make, or like, you know, constantly think like, oh, what if I made the wrong decision? You know, I want to get to a point where I'm like, even if I did make the wrong decision, I'm content with where I am, you know? And so yeah, you know, as long as you know what you strive for, that's the most important thing. To realize where you're going, because at the end of the day, you're the one walking, not anybody else. They can tell you where to go, you know, left, right, up, down, but at the end of the day, you're the one taking the steps, so you have to decide. And oh my god, I don't know why I have trouble breathing. I like to count probabilities rather than staying out or up at night thinking about whether or not I'll catch lightning. I see the chances and choose what will guarantee a more solid result. Yep, work hard, but also work smart. There we go. Yay, we're back. That being said, living like that makes me adore hearing others. True, my fave odds. Honestly, valid. Ooh, same, I just try to live life day by day. Living day by day is the best. You get to nibble at greater goals. That's true. With just food and a roof and a good project, you're good. That is absolutely facts. Yep, and you appreciate small things, like having a garden. You can keep one, plants do not thrive with me, sadly. Nice. I've actually, like, we have a little garden. We have green onions growing, and we have a pea plant growing. It hasn't, like, given peas yet, but we have one growing, and we have roses planted, and my dad's so happy. We thought they died, right? We thought they had dried out, But they like a new stem recently came out and it's all green and it's pretty, so that means that they're gonna grow, you know. And we have what is it called? I think it's papalo, which is kind of like a different, not a different type of cilantro, but it's like cilantro. Oh, why did I say it like that? It's like cilantro, right? It tastes similar, at least to me, but my dad says it tastes really different. I don't like it, but I enjoy, you know, making things grow. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to have a green thumb, but I never had like the resources to do it. But now that I'm older, I can like read my own stuff. And so I'm actually the one, I don't know, I like research. I like doing that. I just visited a nun and she's a master at plants. And it was the best. We live by the sea, so it's an interesting biome change. Oh, dang, that's crazy. I don't think I've ever stayed long enough like around the sea to like think about what it would be like living there. And I was gonna say like, oh, it'd probably feel like Florida, but I've never been to Florida. Oh man, but I would imagine it would be like really, really muggy. I don't have a green thumb. I feel you, I feel you. I think green thumbs, you have to work towards them. And some people just unknowingly work towards it. Like, if you grow up in mechanic shop, like I'm... I am, like, gone in terms of thinking. But, if you grow up in a mechanic shop, you're more likely to be, like, mechanically inclined. Because then you've grown up with, like, hearing certain terms or, you know, seeing certain things or, you know, seeing solutions to certain things, you know? Meanwhile, someone who grew up, like, with, I don't know, someone who did carpentry is more likely to be, like, you know, with woodworking stuff. You know what I mean? It's hard to really specify it, but basically, what you're more accustomed to, or you're, how do I even say this? What incarnation? Your environment affects you a lot more than you would imagine. And so, I think it's a skill that can be worked on like everything else. There it goes. That's a thought. That was stuck deep inside. Oh my gosh, that one took forever to get out. Fellow plant. My dad was a fisherman, so I guess he had a blue thumb. Is that a thing? Oh, I came out as an artist that loves the land. Sorry, Dad. I felt that. Oh my god, I can't cook to save my life, but my dad loves cooking. Actually, I can cook a little bit. I can experiment a little. I get a little jiggy with it. I don't think that's the right word, but... Oh my god. We will get you the perfect cactus. Oh my gosh, I felt that. Cactuses are the way to go. When you really can't keep a plant alive, but you really want to keep a plant alive, get a cactus there. But then if you manage to, like, kill that one, you'll feel bad. But just know that either way, we still believe in you. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's see. What if we have a pipe falling with, like, impact and then a bunch of broken pieces flying everywhere? Not what a shattered piece would look like. Ooh, you know those, like, stained glass types of art? I like those. I want to make one of those one day. Because, like, the glass cracking, the way they get, like, those specific shapes, it looks really fun. So I want to try that one day, but it's really expensive. Or at least the stores that I've seen, like, the tools and stuff. Or not the tools, but, like, the materials sold at. And I think it's because I go to art stores. Because, like, I'm pretty sure if I just recycled some glass, like, found some glass that I could just use, it would probably cut the cost a little bit. Like most art, you know? That's what I like about art. There always is a cheap alternative if you're willing to work for it. I think I'm actually gonna get rid of some of these pieces. Boop, boop. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. I already had one, it did not. He's in a better place. His name was Jeff. Oh my gosh. So here, it gives plastic cactus. You don't know how awkward and how sorry you could be until you make your mom joke to your two besties. Who don't have... Oh my gosh. I felt that, but dang. Oh my gosh. There we go. Yeah, yeah, there are certain jokes. It's funny whenever, like, you don't know certain things and then you make a joke, and then they, like, you know, the lore comes out and you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. He had a name, the plastic melts. Okay, how? I'd cry at that point. I'd turn myself into the cops as I'd clearly be a danger to the world. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I remember one time I made one of my friends cry, and I don't feel good about it. But we were in the hallway, we were joking around, right? And we were talking about watermelon, right? We were talking about eating it because, like, summer was coming around, and I was like, oh, yeah, you know, I want to eat some of that because, you know, it's really good. You know, it's really yummy and it's really refreshing, and it's a perfect treat for summer, right? So I was talking about that, and they were like, oh, yeah, my grandpa used to eat it a lot. And I was like, oh, he used to? Like, you know, I thought it was a grammar thing. I thought it was funny, you know, like, oh, what, he doesn't eat it anymore? And she was like, yeah, he passed away last summer. And then she started crying, and I felt really bad. Oh my gosh. It was not a canon event. Remember you, Dad is a destroyer, but as a melter of hearts. Oh my gosh. Wait, I have an idea. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. And here and there. There we go. Oh my gosh. I felt really bad that day. I apologized and everything, you know. I helped, whatchamacallit, comfort them. But I've never forgotten about that day. And it was years ago now. Now that I think about it, I feel old. Situations like that make me glad. My only humor is puns. Yeah, that's where it comes in, because it's not great whenever you use, like, what would it be? It wouldn't be sarcasm. That one was just like a grammar joke, but it turned. Let's see, it's a scale, right? Yeah. But yeah, now I'm always more cautious when making jokes. Because of that one instance. Because I mean, I felt really bad. It took me like a week to recover from that. There we go. I'm trying to figure out how to do this, but I can't remember. Not remember, but just like, it's not clicking in my brain. This one doesn't feel right. The idea was there, but the execution. Yep. Ooh, maybe like a this, and that. I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking of, but like a surprised pose, like a, oh dang, like maybe she was reading a little, like, what's it called, clipboard? I was gonna say noteboard, which I guess would work to a certain extent, but it's not what I want to say. And it's like, oh gosh, because it just like broke. Little helmet is so funny. And then let's see. Oh my god, when the lore comes out and it turns out they yeah, exactly. There was a plan, but not enough wrapping paper. Wrapping paper? There was a plan, but not enough wrap. Wait, what does that mean? I got no connections. My brain's always like, okay, how do I explain this? The way that I think is like my brain, whatever I don't understand, I'm like, okay, what's the connection between, like, for example, this one, wrapping paper, and, you know, what just happened, or what we were just talking about, and it's like, oh, I don't know. But it does produce random, like, results where it's like, oh, you know how wrapping paper is commonly used in Christmas presents because, I don't know, it's just a tradition, and, like, I bought this wrapping paper with dinosaurs with, like, birthday hats that says happy birthday, and I'm pretty sure it was made for, like, little boy toddlers or something, but I thought it was really cute, and so I started using that on my friends' birthdays gifts whenever I would get it for them, because I feel like unwrapping gifts should be a normalized thing, because, you know, you don't really get gift bags for birthday presents, and I get it because it's convenient, but also it's funner to, like, unwrap a gift, you know, and so I started doing that, and so that's what I thought of, but I'm like, that has no connection, so I feel like I'm Bing. Am I just a Bing search engine? There was an attempt, sorry, improvised. Almost like that. No worries, no worries. Oh my gosh, it's okay. It happens. It will. How to say it? It flew over my head, but see, because if I make that joke, then people will be like, haha, you're short. It flies over your head, but I'm not. I should have caught it, but I just didn't know. I wasn't aware. You caught me off guard. Oh my gosh. Do. Oh wait. Bat. Do. Why does it kind of look like a Sonic character? I don't know how to describe it, but it's given Sonic. Let's see. Maybe small eyes will do it. No, that just looks like zoned out. That'd be funny, like, oh, that's the 100th one this week. Oh my god, I had a good idea. So imagine, right? So like a vase. Wait, okay. Let's do a pedestal. There's this meme that, like, my brother has quoted with me more than a couple times, and I think it's really funny. This one, that one, that one, this one, that one, this one. And so, like, there's that vase, right? And so, I'm looking at it. How big is this vase? I don't know, but I'm not gonna think about it too hard right now. So I'm looking at this vase, and like, wow, that's a very pretty vase. Or vase. Is it vase or vase? I think it's vase, but I don't really care that much. There we go. Whatever. Tail. And then, like, I'm looking at the vase. And then a pipe. Boop. Boop. With eyes. Dang it, how do I do this? Erase the inside of this one, erase the inside of that one. This one and that one. And then like there we go. And then like I think and this is gonna be very messy. Gonna have, how do you say have to kill the vase, and then this one will say damn. Oh my god, I think that's funny. There we go. If you use beans and circles, then it will definitely become Sonic. Kinda sad we all went What? We went all winter without snow this year. We usually get so much it's up to our kneecaps. Rest in peace, face. For real. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever been in a place where it snowed that much. Yeah, we have light snow at best, and usually it's just frost that we call snow. Because we're really hopeful like that. To be honest, I've never panicked so fast to turn off my sound when I was looking at my Spotify rap with my brother. CPR played out loud. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I don't get that usually. What I do have to do is sometimes I want to watch like a VTuber clip, and it's a VTuber, and then they have like a moment, and the audio just does not sound good, and so I have to like very very quickly swipe away. Oh man, the amount of dodge bullets that I've had. There's sometimes where like I just get a gut feeling, you know, my spidey senses tingle, and I'll turn down the sound before watching it, and I read the subtitles, and I'm like, yeah, it's a good thing I turned down the audio. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I think it would be funny to have y'all here with like little safety goggles on. They just look like sunglasses, but they're supposed to be safety goggles. There we go, that looks more like a safety goggle. And then a little like clipboard just like on the floor. Then a pencil. This should go further up. Right here. There we go. That one's kind of cute. Yep, I hate it when that happens. Even when nothing is happening, the infections of stuff like anime don't make me feel safe to leave speakers on. I felt that. One of the first experiences that I had with Genshin Impact was my brother playing it, and I didn't know what he was playing, so I just hear the sounds and I'm like, hello? What are you doing? Out loud? Like, come on. You have a little more sense in you, right? And he's like, no, it's a game. And I'm like, it's a game. And, yeah. I found out later. But, yeah, it was really funny. Not for him. It was really embarrassing for him. Anytime he would play around us, I'd be like, whoa. But yeah, in his defense, the sounds are weird. Even I don't like listening to the sounds sometimes. That's why I don't play Genshin that much anymore. But when I used to, I'd have to put on music or something. Because it sounded just really weird. All the attack sounds. And I get it, right? Because those are the attack sounds, I guess. I don't know. I've never actually been in combat or anything, so... I don't know if they really have to go like, yeah, you know, every time that they do stuff. But, I just, like, assume since it's so consistent. Let's see. What was the original thing that I had? Oh, yeah. So then we could also do like a, how would it be? For this thumbnail, I want to do like grief, because this one is kind of like confusion. Or not really confusion, just like a whoa, oh no, we have so many pipes, right? And then this one is like a cute little, oh man, y'all can't even see where I'm pointing. Wait, I know what to do. I know how I can make y'all see where I'm pointing. If I do this one, I should be able to, there we go. It's a little too big, but if I do this one, then it's like, oh yeah, we're running together, you know, away from the pipes. And then if I do this one, then it's like, oh, it's confusing. Why are there so many pipes, you know? And then if I do this one, then it's just like a funny, like, oh no, it broke the vase. And then this one, where is it? This one's just a meme, you know? So this one I want to convey grief so that I have like a bunch of different options. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm like in the way. Let me move my hand out the way. There we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. No wonder that cost so much. That one looks hilarious. Which one? There's so many to choose from. Oh my gosh. Let's see, what would grief look like? Would I be sad about it breaking, or would I be sad about the pipes? I don't think any. Just a pipe stabbed through, like, oh my gosh, I could have died today. Right? It's like a... how do you say it? I don't know how to say it. I think I was gonna say, like, oh, your light flashes before your eyes. But I don't know if that was really what I was gonna say. I don't know, I have to think about it more. I have no idea. Oh my gosh. I don't really know how I can convey grief, other than like something really exaggerated. Oh, Unimo, for leaderboard, if you're talking about the points, that one's exclamation point top. Man, I really need to go through and start adding the... I need to add on the channel the rest of the redeems. Or not redeems, but the different commands and stuff. But then I also need to do that in the description. So many little tasks where it's like, well, I don't have to get that done, but I should get that done. Yeah, the pepper's just frozen. They're traumatized. Exactly. Grief. Right? You want funny or serious grief? A little bit of both. One of those that like kind of makes you giggle where it's like, haha, it's not that serious, but it is a little funny to look at. I'm thinking something like, or at least where my mind goes to first, is like a very dramatic, like Paprika on her knees. Something like this, on my knees. And I'm like, no! No, it was so young. Man, that looks scary. That looks like one of those creatures from The Binding of Isaac. And then I have like in my hand, what if the pipe broke? That would be funny. Oh my gosh. Man, it's kind of like really freaky looking the more that I look at it. I think it's just the head. Let's see, let's adjust. No, it's just freaky looking no matter how you look at it. There we go, we're redoing that one. That one's scary. Let's see. Grieving over the vacation, but not for the KO'd pepper in the background. Vase. Not another one. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I don't think I actually can come up with an idea for this one. I don't know, it's not clicking. It's not giving, as they say. Will do. I actually have water right here.
Stretch! Stretch!
Okay. Big stretch. Big stretch. Oh, we have 6 minutes left. Dang. Oh well. It felt like a thumbnail day. That feels better. There we go. Alright, you know what? We'll put this up to a vote. Can I put 4 items at a time? We'll find out. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And I'm gonna leave the hard decisions up to you. Because I have trouble decision making. Ha 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 ha. It's not fun. Let's do this one. Let's just, oh, okay. We're on the wrong layer. Let's move this over here. Then we will hit OK. Grab this layer. Move it this way. There we go. And then combine it. Select this, erase that. Also erase this one, so that way we can just redraw it. There we go. Indeed
You have been a good boy. Have a lollipop.
Thank you. Let's see, poll. How many options can I add? I can! Let's go! Perfect. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, or 4. New illustration. New. No, wait. No, we'll just put choose. CHOOSE. There we go. 1 plus 3 or 3 plus 6. The no paprika. Oh my god, the no paprika. I just could not do it. The face freaked me out too much, it scared me. Oh my gosh. Every time the like cool spy song comes on, you know, this one, it always sounds like too cool for what's going on. Like this one's all like edgy and like, oh look, I'm doing cool stuff, you know, like, oh dang, this is cool stuff, and I'm just like doing something lame. I could never live up to it. Oh yeah, I forgot, I gotta run a timer, otherwise I just like let it run for too long and then I forget that it's running. Go, reset, start. Okay, y'all can't see the timer, but I can. Is there a way to quickly get the timer on here? No. Let's see. Existing timer. Okay. There we go. Now y'all can see it. Right where it should be. Is it counting? Yeah, it is. Let's go! It's counting! Oh, the background music is so soft. It reminds me of music on PS2 game, right? I only hear tick tick tick. Oh, dang. It's always like... I always move it, and that's why it always sounds like too low. There we go. Hopefully it's a little bit better. I've only cranked it up a little bit so that I don't have to worry about other stuff. Like Spyro, that purple dragon. Yes, exactly like Spyro. Well, not exactly. I feel like Spyro had a little bit of a fantasy twist to it in terms of music. I don't know how to describe that, but you know, it sounded like fantasy music. But this one, well, this one sounds like fantasy music. Kind of. It also sounds like a Tony Hawk game. Which is weird because I've never played a Tony Hawk game. But it feels like it would be in some type of like skating game or driving game. One of the two. But yeah, but the one before sounded a lot like a spy music. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Oh my god, I broke her. All I did was turn around. Oh my god. Driving for sure. Simple planes. Nah, you had it right. Definitely skating one right. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've seen clips with that music. Car driving is just regular music. Yeah, you're not wrong. I feel like with more modern ones, we definitely implemented more of like, oh, you know, top hits, radio, you know, that type of vibe. But back in the day, it was just like random music. Or at least I feel like that. Because I don't think I played a lot of like old driving games. So I'd recommend you play if making the planes wasn't so hard in that game. Wait, really? You gotta make the planes and then drive them? That's a lot. That's a lot. You download planes. Okay, I might recommend it on the idea panel. What type of game is that? Oh, the thing's over. Uh-oh. I don't like seeing 50%. Uh-oh. Guys, 2 or 3. 2 or 3, I have to choose one. My idea of back in the day driving games was honestly GTA San Andreas. That was just regular music. True, true. Am I gonna have to actually make an executive decision? Alright, I will make an executive decision. This is a once in a blue moon happening because I suck at making decisions. But I am not gonna vote because I can't vote. Oh my gosh. Oh no, wait, we're back at standstill. Well, we're even more at a standstill now. Oh my gosh. It's either 2 or 3 still. But I appreciate whoever voted for 1. Flip a coin. Ah, that would be a good idea too. What I was actually just gonna do is I was gonna make a decision. But you know what, no, I'm gonna stick to it because I ramped it up and I was like, oh, what's the blue moon thing that's happening? I'm gonna make a decision. No, I'm gonna stick with that because I already did it, so. But I decided we're gonna do number 3. Number 3 is the winner, so that is what we'll be working on next stream. Or at least next art stream. Also, I think I'm gonna end up moving tomorrow's stream because there are new plans and so it might be earlier than I intended it to be. How roll it. 1d2. Oh my god. Would a coin count as a d2? I think it would, wouldn't it? Or actually, a d2 is just like a stick, isn't it? I know I've seen it before. Because I've seen like a couple of videos where it's like, look, these are different dice. And I think it's just like a stick. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me select what I need to. Oh, whoops. Dang it. This one, that one, this one. I just think it has the most, let's say, pizzazz. The best possibilities. It's giving, you know, it's giving all that it should be giving. And I feel like it should be rewarded for that. There we go. Okay, so that is what we'll be working on next time. A 2D is just a coin. Yeah. Oh, D2. Gotcha. I was gonna say, I don't think a coin is actually 2D. Oh my gosh. But with that, let's go ahead and... Oh, there we go. Meow. It has character. Does it? Two-dimensional. I know they've used that to just like in storytelling to describe characters, but I don't remember if that's a good thing or a bad thing. No, two-dimensional is bad. I forget how they call the good ones. I think they don't call them anything. We just assume that characters are good.
You have been a good boy.
Yay, thank
Have
you.
a lollipop.
The pet like really like genuinely makes me feel I don't know why. I think it's a placement of the GIF. It looks convincing. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm getting patted. Oh my gosh. Okay, with that, thank you for being here. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope you're brightened. I hope I, and you, possibly, brightened your day, even if just a little bit. Okay, I will take one final sip. But not because you asked me to, because I want to. This is my own free will. But with that, thank you all for joining. Hope you enjoyed. Drink your milk, eat your vegetables, don't talk to strangers, or at least try to express judgment, and I will see you tomorrow. Kinda early. Okay, bye-bye. 100? Was that actually 100? Oh my god, I think someone has a good story. Me too. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, Unimo, you did it.
Yeah,
did everyone
baby!
get that?
That's what I've been waiting
Unimo
for.
has 100% faith. I don't know. Well, now I've gotten it. Oh my gosh. Alright, bye y'all. Congrats, Unimo. That I don't think I've ever... I feel like it's happened before, but I can't remember. But yeah, now I know it's happened to Unimo. Bye y'all. Bye-bye. Let's wait for the yippee. Okay, bye-bye. Bye y'all. Bye-bye.